Wow, wow, wow. We are live, family. Unprecedented because I don't never do lives. I don't have time. But you know what? As my famous friend from Colorado said, which is a young kid to me, I got time today.
Hmm.
And we got some stuff to unpack. Um, like I said, it's not a show that y'all will ever be used to. We just going off the cuff. Whatever comes to mind, I'm here with one of my good friends, Dion. How's it going, man?
Yo,
Yo,
Harris,
Harris,
man.
man.
What's going
What's
on? What's
going on?
going on?
Man, it's a lot. It's a lot going on, man. I'm gonna let you check out the comments, man. I don't even want to look. So, um, a lot to unpack. You know, we were gonna try to do a morning show tomorrow, and something dropped in my lap. A couple good things happened this week. You know, we got an icon action figure that we got. I did a little 60-second on that. It's like a third or second to third version that I think I've seen him. He's got like a different. It's not the retro.
Yeah,
I,
I've seen it. It's a new outfit from Milestone Returns. Yeah.
but I'll take it. I'm not gonna cry. I'm gonna buy it. It's probably gonna be $30, maybe 32 shipped. I'm gonna pre-order it. I'm gonna put it with the rest of these action figures over here, probably down here with the rest of my Justice Leaguers,
Hmm.
and I'm a rock with it because I think Todd McFarlane makes about maybe 3 a year black figures, maybe. So
If we're lucky, yeah.
if we're lucky, I think last year we got Black Lightning, maybe, or did we get that in 23? I know we got Green Lantern, John Stewart, a retro one. I can't say it. I don't know who else we got. I'm not really a fan of that. I like the older 6-inch figures because the 7-inch figures, you got them bigger than Blue Marvel and Luke Cage over there. You got, um, Bronze Tigers like this. You want your figures to be at the same height. You don't want Robin bigger than Batman, right? That makes sense.
Sure.
But I didn't come here to talk about action figures. We came here to talk about Sam Wilson, man. And you haven't watched the video, so this is going to be a reactionary for you. So just know that a big chunk of the internet was already basically saying this movie was dead dead at delivery. It's not going
Yep.
to fly. It's woke, 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 whatever that means, right? Because that word has really taken on a new term in today's modern society. The last before it got super political, well, it's been political, but before it went left, got hijacked, terraformed, if you will, it just meant that you were just aware of the systematic things that were going on behind the scenes. A lot of it had to do with racism. Oh,
Right.
keep your eye out on the man to make sure you don't get finessed. That's all that was. And it got mutated and transformed into anything I don't like,
Yep.
anything hyper political, and just things that make me feel uncomfortable.
Anything non-straight male, pretty
Right
much.
right now, um,
Straight
and I
white
don't
male.
as a straight man, I don't have a problem with being pro straight man. I don't have a problem with that. I'm a two gender guy. If you don't like that, get off the show. I'm good with that too. But I also know how to love everybody, and I try to love everybody where they are. Um, but it's not about where I lie at politically. We're gonna try make an attempt to watch this video of Mr. Mackie. Uh, let's uh let's get off of let's listen. He was asked about Captain America shouldn't represent no about Captain America as far as in regards to representing America. Let's let this brother speak.
For me, Captain America represents a lot of different things, and I don't think the term, America should be one of those representations. Like, it's about uh, a man who keeps his word, who has honor, dignity, and integrity, someone who is trustworthy and dependable. It's kind of this is kind of like an aspect of a dream coming true. When I was a kid, all of us as actors, I believe, want to get back to that day before someone told you no. when you look out your door and you see a 5-year-old kid with a stick and he's slaying dragons to save the princess in the tower, that kid really believes there are dragons out there. That stick is really a sword and he's really trying to save that princess. And then one day somebody told him, no, there are no dragons. That's not a sword. And that princess is not there. And all of his little dreams were dashed. So, as an actor, I feel like our job is to get back to the day where we see that dragon and we slay that dragon to save that princess. And that's kind of what this movie was for me. For me, Captain.
I don't get it. Now, here's what I do get. I do understand that maybe he's trying to say, maybe somebody in the comments, and I'm going to have my comments on. I do understand. Hold on, let me cut this down. Maybe somebody in the comments gets it. And I don't. And I'll take maybe I have a blind spot. But for a movie that, for a lot of reasons, Black, I'm gonna say it again, Black and white people are bashing, they hate, don't want to see, for different reasons. Some Black people align themselves on the same reason why, on the same side of the table as the white folks, and some white folks align themselves with the same side with the Black people, why they don't want to see this. For a movie that's already not looking like it's going to be okay, this is probably not the best thing.
Hell no.
Not that we don't agree, and you can say, well, he can't be real. He can't be real. But are you trying to push this movie? Are you trying to hurt this movie right now? And I just don't. There's many things you could have said. He could have pivoted. He got the ball, just like basketball, just pivot out the way, go somewhere else. But what happened was I was talking to a buddy. I'm gonna let you speak. I was talking to a buddy. He must think that we're in a different political climate right now. Do you not see who won the presidency? Do you not see what this guy is out here doing? Do you not see what a lot of people in this country are screaming right now? And you're going to be the guy that's going to stand up and say, I'm going to take a torch to I don't want to say take a torch to the flag. That might be going too far. But good luck. Good luck. I just knew that as a Black superhero supporter, because that's what I do, I was like, wow, man, good luck now. Because you got the pitchforks. They was already had their pitchforks ready to go. They're lit. And they already marching in the streets now. And people say, oh, you're over exaggerating. Go to TikTok. Go to Instagram. Go to Twitter. Go to Facebook. A lot of the Black media people and spaces and groups, they talking about anime and some other stuff. And a couple of Black people are talking about this. But the people on the other side that was maybe on the fence, you talk about red, white, and blue, oh, they come up your head now. What's your thoughts?
Man, it's gonna be red, white, and blue. It's gonna be red, white, and bruised for the box office, man. It's not looking good, bro. They call him, was it sellout Sam Wilson? This is from what I understand, he did the promo in Rome. I think he did it internationally, so he wasn't in America when he made those lines. So I understand his concept of trying to sell a movie called Captain America to Europeans, right? But on the other hand, you got to know, hey, Americans are listening. This ain't like 1995 or whatever. You can say stuff anywhere, right? And no one's recording.
Yeah.
So for him to say that and overseas and not thinking that it was going to reach stateside, like you said, with the political turmoil that we're in right now, he cooked his own movie, dude. Is this self-sabotage at this moment? You think it might be self-sabotage? Because
I guess you're not trying to work anymore. You know how Hollywood they're hard on Black men.
Yeah.
They're already hard on us, period. And you are, I'm gonna say a lot of things a lot of people are not gonna agree with and not like, and that's fine. You're already wearing a white man's underwear. You do realize that shield and everything, that's a whole white man's outfit. That's been that way since 1940. And you're saying that it doesn't represent. I'm not saying I don't disagree with you. I'm not saying I'm not saying I don't agree. But you are saying one thing, but you're picking up the shield with your other hand. And it's like, You're sending you have to understand PR, bro. I can guarantee you he got a phone call tonight.
Oh yeah.
Or yesterday, whenever this dropped, he got a phone call. Listen, we heard what happened. We're gonna set up a meeting with your agent on tomorrow. You gonna be there, buddy? Okay, buddy. Yeah, well, we just want to talk, man. And, things like this happen all the time. Don't worry about it. We've had to get on a couple of Toby and some other guys about some things they said. But brother, it's just I don't know, man.
Well, I think Sebastian Stan is nominated for an Oscar this year. So with Secret Wars and Doomsday comes out, don't be surprised he might pick up the shield as well. They might share the mantle
If
because
this doesn't work, I don't see why they're not going to pick up the shield.
Yeah,
they would almost have to.
Yeah, it's going to be Captain America and Captain America fighting Hydra Captain America in Avengers Doomsday, where Chris Evans coming back. If they even still go with that, because dude, you rocking the red, white, and blue. How you can't say Captain America doesn't represent America like as Captain America.
You can't say that to the world, especially you can't say that in the world. You can say that probably with Kamala and Biden in office. Probably last year around this time, you could. When the movie said Brave New World, this is a brave world. I don't understand why he didn't get that. Now, not to say you shouldn't be scared, but my thing is after the fact. So here's my thing. It's almost like the Snoop Dogg thing. Snoop Dogg had all that stuff to say about Black people performing for Donald Trump. Yes, I'm going there tonight. And then this year he performed at a one of Trump's many balls that he had. Trump wasn't there. And then yeah, well, yeah, I ain't got nothing to say. And I'm cool. But just know the reason why people are coming for you. Nobody probably would have, well, I don't know. Snoop has plenty of pictures with him and Donald Trump in the past hanging out tight. Way before the whole birthday thing with Obama that Trump was saying. Way before Trump was a hip hop celebrity back in the day. And now, fast forward 2017, he had everything to say about any Black artist that came out and did anything for Trump or performed. And now he's there performing. Things have changed. Elon Musk even posted out the two distinctions. And my thing is with Anthony Mackie, because I'm going someplace with this. If that's what you're going to say about America, then stand 10 toes. He comes back later and tries to double down, but then tries to, make it cool. Like, oh, well, this is what I really meant. No, stand on your business, bro. That's my thing. Stand on your business. That I might mean you might not work in this, in this. You might not work at that company anymore, or they might relegate you back to the nosebleed section as Falcon. Which is unfortunate. But I don't know, man. It's just self-sabotage at its finest.
Yeah, he might have to become Captain Canada as Captain Canuck.
Yeah.
They might have to make him Captain Canuck or something because, like I can't see Jackie Chan, international superstar. He doesn't talk about his government. He doesn't talk about China. If there's Captain China, best believe Captain China is going to represent China. You know what I mean? Like no other country is going to just have a superhero as the self-embodiment of that country and be like, nah, this don't represent that country at all. Like all he had to say was Captain America doesn't only represent America, it can also represent these other things. Then that might slide a little bit because it's like, yeah, not only does it represent this country, but the ideals of doing the right thing.
If he would have said that, it wouldn't have been anti-people. I didn't say it wouldn't be. I said certain people, certain groups. Because see, I'm not speaking for those groups. Dion's not speaking for those groups. We're just showing y'all the repercussions. Somebody's gonna miss that. Oh, well, this is Herschel and Dion are anti-American. It's not about being anti-American or not. We're just showing you what happened in the backlash. We're just showing you some of the sentiments that are going around, and it's large. It's way worse than how we're depicting it right now. We're doing the soft, nice version. It's way more heavier on the other landscape in the other land, the mayonnaise land. Oh, some people say mayonnaise land, but with other folks, you know what I mean. some of the comments. Anthony got paid. That's all that matters to him. Same with Snoop. Snoop got paid. People
Yeah.
change when money is in front of them. Absolutely. As a black man, he has to play the non-threatening extraterrestrials. Extraterrestrials. Kristen Bell, the actor, says that there would be so much better films and so much better interesting stories if white dudes weren't running Hollywood by Zach Server, 2017. He gave the date, the month, and the year that he said that. It's Anthony
Wow.
Mackie, Brie Larson 2.0. Wow.
Ooh, yeah, he pulled a Brie Larson move. This movie wasn't made for you. That's pretty much what he pretty much said. That's a Brie Larson movie. He said this movie wasn't made for you.
I have to go back to the Brie Larson comment because I think black people try to like cowboy up on top of that? Because here's the thing, Brie Larson didn't say nothing about no Negroes. She was talking about white boys.
Yeah.
And black folks came out their head too. So I'm not saying that we were wrong for that, but Brie Larson wasn't talking about us. As a matter of fact, for the people who aren't casual and actually are transactional and read these books, Captain Marvel, which is Brie Larson currently, she was dating War Machine in the comics for years. They actually had a whole series dedicated to them. It was a Marvel Unlimited run that was just only online, but they also dated in the regular 616 too. And they semi hinted at that in Endgame. But I know that's not here nor there because the only relationship we care about is Storm and T'Challa, right? Because that's Black love, right?
The only couple that matters.
Because it might not be no Falcon and Misty Knight after what happened today.
Oh man, ain't dude, even before this, man. Sam wasn't capping anything down in that movie. They weren't going to give him love interest. They wasn't going to give him love interest.
But guess what? Hold on one second. Here's the catcher. There's Misty Knight and Sam Wilson as Captain America, right there on their motorcycle, right? But guess what? Let's keep it a buck. We don't have to fake the funk. Was the community does the community care that Sam Wilson is not with Misty Knight? Do you really think people are going to sit up here, scream, protest, kick over chairs because Sam Wilson's not with Misty Knight? And that's a problem. That's a problem. And that ain't got nothing to do with Disney. That's us. Well, we should be like now. Granted, Sasha Rockmore has been cast in this film, and she is I don't want to say a co-star because she's not. And I know she's not superpowered. We don't know who she is. We do know that she's going to be working closely with Sam here. Now that could be Leela Taylor, which is his first girlfriend that he ever had in comics. A lot of people don't even know who Leela Taylor is. But Leela Taylor was in the trenches with Sam when he first started off as a solo hero. Because he would bounce between a solo hero and a partner of Steve. A lot of people like to say sidekicks, but those people do not read comics. So she was in the thick. She even stood up to Steve and was like, why you got Sam running around here looking like Uncle Tom hanging out with you fighting crime? He should be doing his own thing. Those things are in the comics. Y'all actually, that's in issue 136. She stepped up to Steve. Like, she was a gangster. If she's Leela Taylor, I'll be satisfied because I'm pretty sure she's not going to be Misty Knight. But again, love this couple, and the significance of this is these are the first two African American superheroes. Couple. Let me back up. Sam Wilson's the first African American superhero. Misty Knight is the first superheroine. She predates Storm, and she was a superhero before Storm was created. So a lot of people don't want to even want to talk about that because that's going to require you to go back and read the Iron Fist comic book. But yeah, just don't care. And guess what? I always tell people all the time: if you come first or last, it's not a competition because we all out here trying to eat. But anyways, let's keep moving on.
Yeah, I remember Rick Remender's run with Misty Knight being Sam Wilson's love interest, and I enjoyed that run. I think that was Sam Wilson's first run as Captain America back in like 2015, I think 2016, something like that. Yeah. But nobody cares, man. If it ain't T'Challa and Storm as a couple, it don't count, bro.
It don't count. They feel like people don't even like. People will say, "Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do." Okay, have you been transactional though? Are you going out there getting that Rodney Barnes run on the cover with Misty Knight is kissing Sam and she's flying down? Is that important to you? Is that a part of your? Because see, my thing is, you can like whatever you like, but Marvel listens to transactional fans. Are you buying the stuff with the couples in it? See, that's the only thing they listen to. They don't care about what you get behind a keyboard and ask for. What are you actually spending your money on? That's what they care about the most. And we got to work on getting to that. That's a whole nother show for that. And I push that a lot. But Anthony Mackie's words are taken out of context. But here's the thing. Contextuality is the practice of taking quotes out of context and change its meaning. It's also known as quoting out of context. You know what? And you're probably right, Kojo. And I'm not even gonna sit here and argue that it was maybe taken out of context. But you've got millions of people watching you. You want to clarify and be clear as possible. And you want to speak as if you're talking to a fifth grader. Because I'm not saying what he said was so. Now, his elaboration about the dragon and somebody told you no. I'm 41 years old. I didn't understand that. That didn't make any sense. Did you understand that?
No.
That didn't make any sense. Or he tried to pivot away from that and went to this weird story that it didn't matter.
I think the context could have been like I don't know if it's going for like in America, your dream can come true, something like that. The imaginary can become a reality or something like that. Like I don't know, he could have smoothed that out for sure. But honestly, man, he might need to switch out the red, white, and blue and get with the red, black, and green at this moment, man. He might have to do a heel turn. He might have to go Dr. Umar on this, man.
Here's another thing that and we talked about Brie Larson earlier. A lot of people love to say that Captain Marvel, the character, the Brie Larson character, was never popular. She was a D-F-list character. No. At her last run, almost hit 100 issues. So she's actually a popular character. I'm back.
Okay,
You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear
Brie
you.
Brie Larson, the Captain Marvel, Carol Danvers character, has been popular. As a matter of fact, in the 70s, she was the first. She was the first woman for Marvel, I believe. Actually, yeah, the first female character ever for Marvel to have her own series. This is before Sue Richards. This is before Jean Grey. This is in the 70s. She went under the mantle of Miss Marvel, but it was still under the lineage of Captain Marvel, which was a white male. Uh, she later had some issues and, obviously got her powers drained out by Rogue. Monica Rambeau picked up the name, because the name part of mantle, whatever. She was, obviously her powers were different from Carol Danvers and the Kree Warrior, the white male I don't call him white male, but you know what I'm talking about. All those things changed. Well, her thing changed, but Brie actually ruined that character because the character was doing okay. Brie comes in, says some stuff to the majority fan base, basically saying that the negative comment she made to the white males, whatever, quote unquote, and that's where all this pushback started. Keep in mind, when the MCU was thriving, remember, Captain Marvel, the first movie, came out right after what movie? Black Panther. That movie Captain Marvel made over $1 billion just off of the pace that MCU was going. Obviously, the Marvels 2 didn't do well, but the Captain Marvel as a brand pre Brie Larson was fine. She was a leading lady. She was extremely strong. She was fine. Brie Larson came in and screwed up. Anthony Mackie, if this movie flops, that's it. Because Falcon doesn't have a great brand anymore, unfortunately. I don't think, as far as Black Negroes go, I think we are okay with him in the nosebleeds. I keep saying that.
Yeah.
We don't mind him being in the back, flying and doing recon in the sky. Being a lead, we always want to question, well, how's he able to do this? He doesn't have super soldier serum. He can't do this. He can't do that. He's just a regular guy. We will question him with an inch of his life. You know, he fought T'Challa in that issue. You know, he shouldn't be able to do that. That's bad writing. You know, he beat Steve last year? Ask both. They actually went at it in a fight. He dropped them out of the sky, came down on the ground, hand to hand combat, and knocked Steve ass out. And that wasn't good enough for the community. But now that was when he was as Captain America. But that wasn't good enough for the community either. This is Sam Wilson's last stand, and Mackie might have just blew his brains out. I'm sorry.
Hey, maybe Hispanic Falcon. He's up. He might steal the show, man. I mean, we might root for Hispanic Falcon, dude. I think it is a shame, bro. It is a shame. It is a shame he did this. That box office with the record reshoots, with the amount of delays they had, they pretty much reshot the whole movie. They got to make at least like 500 mil just to break even, around 400, 500 mil just to break even. Just to break even, dude. It ain't looking good, man. It ain't looking good. It's cooked. As a matter of fact, I think we gotta do this for Sam in the box office, man. We gotta do it.
I don't want to do it, Sam.
Gotta play taps, man, for the salute to Sam, man, because this is the end. There is no going back.
Here's the thing. A lot of people are like, oh my God, y'all. Come on, man. Y'all beating this dead horse. It's just Sam Wilson, it's Captain America. The movie wasn't going to be good anyway, whatever, right? Here's the thing. Black Panther was the most successful Black superhero movie ever. And let's not forget that it was successful, but people just didn't go out and see it. They bought up theaters for boys and girls clubs to go out and see them. They spent a lot of money to get other Black people who normally might have even given it a pass to go see it. And then when they saw it, they went back and saw it again. I was one of the directors of a Boys and Girls Club at the time. And I remember getting that phone call, somebody saying, hey, the Alphas are going to sponsor you guys to go out and bring the entire Boys and Girls Club. That's 400 seats, 300 seats that we filled that day. And imagine how many of those kids said, hey, Mom, I want to go back out and see this movie. So it just wasn't just go out and see this movie. To get that movie to where it was, Black folks bid some cash. They showed up and they sponsored other people to come out. That was a big thing. That did not happen with Wakanda Forever at all. I mean, it might have happened in small little pockets, but that was a big thing. And so now we're pulling up to the legacy character of Sam Wilson, who now is I don't know. How much you think they're gonna make, man?
I think total made about 700 worldwide.
700?
About 700 worldwide. 600.
No freaking way. No freaking way.
No, wait a minute. I'm thinking Superman. I'm thinking
got
Superman Legacy. Well, not Superman. Probably 500 if they're lucky. If they're lucky.
500 worldwide?
Worldwide, if they're lucky.
I tell you what. Here's a weird last ditch effort to try to maybe make myself feel better and go to sleep tonight as a Black superhero. Maybe he said that for our enemies that are out there, like China. Well, people they say China's our enemy, right? All these other countries that say, yeah, I like this Captain America. He's anti-American. We gotta get him out there. Maybe he's trying to. Guess what? China could maybe they smart. Maybe China said maybe Bob Baker said if we can get China behind an anti-Captain America, them motherfuckers might show up for this.
Oh shoot! China, I mean that's a big market. That would be the saving grace. There's a lot of domestic movies that suck, but overseas in China saves a lot of movies. So possibly.
Let me jump on this guy here. He says if the Marvels had the same amount of cameos as Deadpool 3 or Doctor Strange 2 or Spider-Man No Way Home, it would have made $2 billion at the box office. False. they would have made a lot more money, but they would have made up $2 billion, bro. You're talking in-game money, right? In-game made about a little bit over $2 billion. Ain't no way,
Yeah.
bro. First of all, that film could have been great, but people just still had an issue with Brie Larson, and the last couple films before it wasn't good.
It's just too corporate.
Too corporate, and then Sony's not helping. But not, I mean, Sony would make, if I was a character in the Spider-Man verse, they would make a movie about me and put it out. And say, yeah, I thought y'all wanted the Herschel movie. Like, no, we want a movie with Herschel and Spider-Man. Or not Herschel at all. Just give me a more Spider-Man. So I don't know, man.
The Marvels was cooked too. There was no saving the Marvels. What you would have put? What Blue Marvel? Who you would have put in there? Adam Strange or Adam Warlock, whatever cameo you would have put in there.
Hurt Blue Marvel. It would have hurt. It would have hurt Blue Marvel.
Oh yeah.
It would have hurt him because a lot of people listen. We've had Kevin Greavy on this show. If you guys don't know who Kevin Greavy is, he is the creator of Blue Marvel. And for some of y'all, because I this is a comic book show, so hold on one second.
Oh man, he's gonna flaunt it. He's gonna flaunt it. What do you got? What do you got here?
So listen, man. This isn't a picture of a comic book. This is a comic book that's been slapped. This is the first appearance of Blue Marvel. I bought the real deal. So listen, there's different types of fans. I'm a transactional fan. I own the entire set, and I own his two action figures. I was one of those who thought, "Oh, this is going to be a rare action figure." He wound up going to Ollie's, and I think there's a bunch of them still at Ollie's. Yeah, and that's why it's important to buy this stuff. But this is the first appearance of Blue Marvel. This book I bought for $80 in 2000. God, 18 maybe.
Okay, before they had that black superhero.
$80 was the most I've ever spent on a comic book in my life. This book in 2020, COVID Blue Marvel,
BLM era.
A 9.8, even like this isn't slab, but like a regular Blue Marvel COVID time, you're talking in this condition, this is probably a 9.4. You're talking 2.5, easy. Now, $200-$300, maybe. You go on eBay right now. If you a diehard Blue Marvel fan, you should own Blue Marvel at least #1. I got a chance to own. I worked my way up and got all the rest of the sets. I wish I would have waited because I could have got the whole set for maybe $5. And I'm talking about darn near slab. I mean, these books are getting cheaper and cheaper and cheaper. But where was I going with this?
Well, I remember in a conversation you brought up a good point where you talked about how only a few black superheroes matter. And now it's getting to the point where
whoa. All black superheroes matter.
All black superheroes matter.
They only matter to a majority of a lot of these fans out here. Because what we've done is we pull Black Panther out, Blade out, Storm out, Miles out, do a circle around them, put a bunch of rubber bands around them, and set them to the side. And told the rest of these niggas, hey man, I don't know, man. These are the 4 we messing with. Y'all gonna have to. And guess what? They've got the most development. Blade's got a movie. Black Panther's got a movie. Storm's. She was the first Marvel black superhero we ever saw on TV, right? Because with the X-Men, right? The first Marvel superhero. And then you got Miles, and Miles who was hated when he first came out. Oh, my Peter Parker's white. What are we doing? And now, the 2 movies later, one of the hottest characters we've ever seen in animation ever. So those characters have been set to the side. But where was you going with that?
I think I was going essentially in a sense of like focusing on essentially there's only so many slots. We got, was it Wonder Man coming out? There's only such few slots, right? Why bother with, let's just say, the secondary, third, whatever, the hierarchy that the fans have, focusing on Blade, Black Panther, Storm, Miles, and just go all in on those 4.
I'm gonna
That's
be.
what the people want. If the people want burgers, why don't you just serve them burgers, right? Instead of giving a whole menu, French fries, shakes, tortilla, whatever, tacos. If they just want burgers, pizza, just give them burgers if they want burgers, right? What's up with that? What do you think?
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I'm gonna say something very wild. This is heel heat time. You ready?
All right, let's go. Let's do it.
And I'm gonna have some YouTube creators mad, but that's okay because some of them will say, "I don't like him. I don't like what he's about to say." And this is the quiet part. If Marvel said, "I tell you what, you didn't like Captain America, you didn't like Sam as Captain America. You said the Wonder Man thing was dumb. You didn't like Riri, which Riri used to be hot, like Naomi. She's not hot anymore. Those are the COVID years. But we're gonna scrap all that. But we're only gonna fool with 4 black superheroes. We'll give you any black actor you want to play T'Challa. And if you don't like them, we'll recast them until we get it right, damn it. If we gonna do a Batman, Black Panther movies, and every other damn movie we got a new actor playing Black Panther, we'll do it. We'll even give y'all a whole issue with Storm and T'Challa married. If they gave black people that, they wouldn't have to give. It's sad, and I think that would be amazing. But I don't know if they put out a big petition and said, "We'll give you that, we'll give you Blade, and we'll give you Miles, but we will not do anything with any more diversity with any black superheroes. Black community, do you accept?" I want to see what the comments say. If the Marvel MCU said, even the comic books, we're only going to focus on those 4, we'll do whatever you want. If you want them to create their own universe where it's a Storm and T'Challa married, they have a bunch of kids and they live happy ever after, and he saves the day, he beats up a bunch of Clement. I mean, he does everything that y'all want these characters to do. Blade comes in, swoops in, does his thing. Miles swings around, and Marvel says we'll just give you that to the utmost, and we won't touch nothing else. Would you guys accept that? I want to know in the comments. That's a question for the community. Is that the only thing that would make the community happy? Would stop us from being so upset? What you think?
Was it Mr. Mario Van Bryson says no because I'm a Sand/Missy fan. New Beer, Wonder Woman, and James Gunn, DCU. Well, I'll stick with Marvel. Definitely for Marvel. I think the fans would be fine with that. I think. Sorry, Night Thrasher.
That's my guy.
As your guy, Cloak was Cloak. Misty Knight, Luke Cage. Hey, we got T'Challa. We good. You know, we got T'Challa. We good. That's
the community would not want to openly admit it, but if they actually were given a paper petition where they will remain anonymous, I think they would sign up for it.
They would sign it.
They would sign it. And I'm not saying, listen, this is a no. I'm not telling them they're wrong. This is a judgment-free zone. I'm not telling you stupid for that. Let me say that a couple times. I know some people in the back got a black in their mouth, mad right now. Like, why would you say that? That's so dumb. But there's some people that would sign up for that. I just want these characters. Mm-hmm. These are the characters I've been buying. These are the characters that I want to go see. I don't want to see a black man in a white man's underwear as Captain America. I don't want to see a black man. If this is what y'all gonna do, y'all gonna throw just a bunch of black characters with temporary representation. Wonder Man, Ironheart, Riri. I don't want that. I just want y'all to recast T'Challa. I want you to marry T'Challa and Storm. I want you to do something with Blade. And I want you to do something with Miles. I think that's what the most. When you go to Twitter, you go to Instagram, social media. That's where all the noise is at. Have a conversation about Sam Wilson and Falcon, and you'll have 2 people in the room with you talking. You have 2 people in the room with you talking, and it's unfortunate because I got a Falcon collection, and then my Sam Wilson collection is about that big. My Falcon collection is about that big of his books. So it's like for me, I'm equal opportunity. I just want great story. I want great characters. But I also hear what the community has been screaming. And the community has been screaming, it's the poor. They really been hard on the poor. They don't mind. The other characters are just decoration. For example, my girl Monica Rambeau.
Monaco. Oh yeah, Photon, aka
Oh yeah, oh
Spectrum.
yeah, oh yeah, I love Monica. Monica's da, 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 da. But Monica don't get when Storm walks into the room. Oh, Monica don't get no airtime. They put Mo-
Oh,
they put- and the only conversation we can have about her is, oh well, why come she's not called Captain Marvel? That's the only like I don't have the conversation. For example, I gotta go here because I believe in uh I want to show you guys a great example. 1 second.
yo, I see you guys. Orion Odyssey, what's up, man? Cole Joe, what up? What up? I see you, Uncle Jack. What's up, you guys? What up, y'all? Do you wonder why is a storm? That's a shoot. That's better than the last girl they had in the other X-Men movies for the younger cast. What was her? What's her name? Alexandra Ship or something like that. The Wonder Wives would be a good pick. I know y'all were talking about Cynthia Erivo, but nah, she's alpha but now. She can't double time that.
I think it's important when we get upset at Marvel and we say, "Oh, they don't do nothing with black characters." Da, 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 da. This is just a small chunk that is pulled out of my Captain Marvel. This is first appearance of Captain Marvel in our own title. See, there's one thing to say you a fan, and there's one thing to be a transactional fan. This first appearance, first time she ever showed up in a comic book. See, when Marvel hears us talk on social media about all the we need to this and we oh my God, we gotta have Marvel doesn't care and Storm and why Monica Rambeau and they don't see that being lived out in these comic book shops. They say, oh yeah, y'all black folks just do this. But y'all don't do y'all we do this, but we don't do this. And that's what's gotta change so we can drive up demand. Look at what I tell people all the time. Look what happened with Black Panther movie. They put that movie out. There wasn't a whole lot of merchandise. They saw Negroes go out the first week and dance and party and have cookouts. People was outside of the theaters barbecuing, cosplay shows. They turned it into a convention. White folks said, "Oh no, 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 no! We're not gonna let y'all Negroes party without no gear on." That next week, Walmart's, Targets was DEI, Black Panther EI. They had, dude, there's Black Panther tool cases, life vests, toothbrushes, toothpaste, tire, air pumps, uh, computer cases. There was Black Panther stuff everywhere because we showed there was a demand. And we got to do the same thing across the board with these other characters. Now they got to make some better stories, but sometimes they do. And we don't be like, huh? Yeah, Monica had her series out. What you mean by that? This is Monica Rambeau when she first appeared as Photon. And Photon, guess what? Newsflash, that's a it was a villain. Type in Photon and Nova and Spider-Man. He was a villain. That name, he was a villain first. So that's a legacy name. So right now, her going as Photon is a legacy name, just like it was when she was Captain Marvel. But that's a conversation for another day. This is Monica Rambeau in her own series. It's a comic book. So when it came out, I made sure I jumped on it. It's a first appearance at Spectrum under the mantle of Spectrum.
Oh, yeah, I like the Mighty Avengers. That was a dope run.
This is the first time she led the Avengers. I think Storm predates Storm and T'Challa led Storm led the X-Men before this, and T'Challa led the Avengers before this. This is the first time a black woman led the Avengers. It's just she's right there on the cover. Gotta go and buy these books. Yeah, it's a solo adventure of her in a book. I mean, this is Still Freeze. We did an interview with Brian Still Freeze. I got 2 Still Freeze covers. I missed Still Freeze this week because I was sick. Another first solo run right here. And then I got a European book around someplace. But I gotta find it. But listen, I just want to. I'm not trying to flex because there's some people I should have better Monica Rambeau collections than me, but you got to be transactional. You got to buy the stuff. You can't just get on social media and say you a fan and you ain't buying nothing. And we like to bypass that. And it's cool. You have to listen. Everybody doesn't buy comic books. You have to start off by just being a fan first. But at some point, that fandom, that energy got to turn into the dollars. You got to buy something. That's how a lot of these other characters are out there. They buy Spider Boy. You've seen Spider Boy, right? The new character with Marvel, the
Oh
white.
yeah, I've seen him. Yeah.
He's corny. I'm not really into him. He's got this game action figure, but people are transactional. There's a demand for that. Nah, I don't. I'm not into him. But that book is staying. They stay with multiple variants for that character. And he gonna end up going far and doing something. He's trying to keep. He's trying to catch mouths. But anyways, let's talk about what these comments talking about. Sorry, I'm late. I thought y'all were talking about the comic version. Rocket Racer revamp would be dope. It needs a great artist and a writer combo. So, Rocket Racer, I got his first appearance in a comic book. And I will always speak to buying somebody's first appearance because that is the most important part of their IP. You actually own a piece of their IP if you own their first appearance. That's the most important thing. It's not the first time they showed up in a movie because they can show up in a movie. The movie can be butt, right? Black Panther could have been trash, but you still own FF52. That's the most important piece. But back to Rocket Racer. A problem with a lot of these black characters, because Rocket Racer was developing, he was created in the 70s. A lot of these characters were never developed to be more than what they were. Just quick hitters. Falcon was really designed to just be Steve's partner. That's it. He wasn't really designed to be. Then they evolved him a little bit more than that. Now, the difference between him and the Black Panther had a whole country behind his back. Now, when I say country, Wakanda, because Africa has multiple countries in it. So you didn't see Black Panther travel from Kenya to South Africa to Ghana and different places. I'm the protector of Africa, and I'm a protector of Wakanda, and they were able to develop that out more and more and more. And by the time Priest got it, he took it to the higher heights, and then Hutton got it. He modernized it even more. Storm, they were able to push on. She has an exotic look. Monica Rambeau had a big Afrocentric look. Storm had a little bit of just that exotic islands look to her. She had those strong, the blue eyes, white eyes sometimes, the long hair. So it was very, very appealing. And they recognized one thing they recognized with Iron Man is that every time Iron Man changed his suit or his armor, it always looked cool. Every time they update, it's always got better, better, better. Just like in MCU, same thing with Storm. Her look has always just gotten better over time. Even if she's in the background, she's always the best dress. So all these different things help her to stay relevant, and plus she controls the temperature in the freaking room. She controls how you fight I mean, you gonna be fighting like this, or you gonna be fighting with a couple jackets on, or you got to dodge lightning. Like she controls the entire atmosphere, so that makes her a very, very unique character. Jonathan Majors. So what else you got? What else you got for us tonight, man?
Well, for Black Panther, you also got to remember that his first appearance, he beat the Fantastic Four in his first appearance. The Fantastic Four was like the A team back in the day. They weren't the C and D. They were the family that made Marvel. So when you got your first appearance being the top guys, that tells you the strength of the character. You know, all these other characters, first appearance, what do? They get jobbed out, or they're like the sidekick or the partner. They don't really have a strong sense of worth with the feats at first, too.
Yeah.
So that's also a problem. They don't like Sam. Like what is his greatest feat? Like who has he beat really? Has he ever had like a cool moment where he beat Red Skull or Doctor Doom by himself? You know, or whoever, right? He doesn't have that defining moment. So I think that's a detriment to a lot of these characters. They just don't have those cool, awesome moments where they can actually portray themselves in a equal manner to those other characters. But
You know, when I was growing up, I didn't like a lot of people. They won't tell you that, but I wasn't a Black Panther guy. I just thought it was some dude that was in the jungle. He was Tarzan. He was trained really hard, and he just got really good at it. And he loved the Panther. But this is before I read the freaking comic books. And then by the time Priest got to him, he was able to have basically be Iron Man to a certain extent in that suit. And then obviously we'll now, but yeah, man, a lot of these characters were never designed to go further than what they are. And a lot of people that are running the show, they grew up on that. So James Gunn isn't never gonna probably see a film where it's a black lead out in front. Because that just wasn't something that was normal in his day. That was foreign. Like if you're a black character, it's going to be one of you guys. Stand in the back. You're going to be the big, strong, hulky dude, or going to be the real brainy dude that can't fight, that needs assistance from everybody else. That is the norm in their world. That's just kind of how they view us. And that is why it's important for us to create our own stories. But that leads us to some more barriers that we have on the other side. But I don't even want to get into that tonight.
Well, I see Mario Van Bryson. He says that Dick Grayson was a sidekick for 40 years, but evolved into Nightwing. Is there an equivalent to a black character for a Nightwing? Honestly, Dick Grayson's more over with fans, comic book fans, than Sam Wilson as Nightwing. And he was the sidekick.
Character. You have to look at somebody that started off as a kid, because he started off as a young kid.
Yeah.
Probably in Batman's probably got a good child abuse. In 2025, if he did try to do that, what he did back in the 30s, that would have been crazy.
Yeah.
No.
There's no equivalent.
Well, Sam Wilson, if you go back and read his original outline, because I read a couple years ago, he actually took just the picture that they drew of him and the write-up in 1969. He was supposed to be a young boy, a teenager, but they say no, and they was like, no, let's drop that, because they kept on using the word boy, but then they drew him as a man, and that's an issue. That's racist, right? Calling a grown man a boy, and that was a thing. So they kind of stuck with making him a man. He trained with Captain America one day, and people want to make it seem like he trained Falcon, he taught him everything. Okay, man. He trained at issue 117, which is sitting right there on the wall. He said, listen, man, and as a matter of fact, he wasn't even Captain America. Well, he was Captain America, but he was stuck in somebody else's body. So it's people got to read the books, but I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. I've been doing that all night tonight. But no, there's just really not. There's just really not.
Keep in mind. Go ahead, man.
No, go ahead.
Mario rebutted that's my point. Characters can evolve if the company wants them to. Well, it's different. Batman is in his own league, and when you're the sidekick of Batman, you get to go on cartoons, you get to be in movies, you get to be in video games. So
will benefit a lot.
Yeah. So Dick Grayson could been exposed. Teen Titans. He got the all-star treatment by association. That's kind of how it works in life too. It's not a matter of what you know, it's about who you know. And when you know Bruce Wayne, Batman, the top of comic books, essentially, you're gonna get all-star treatment, even if you are the sidekick. You get to have your own legacy, Maybe Miles, but Miles is not sidekick. Miles was a replacement. Go ahead.
There's not a lot of people that's gonna now. Purists will say he's a sidekick, but can you really be a sidekick if you solo all the damn time? I guess you can, but guess what? Sidekicks are kind of an outdated term. It's almost like woke. It's not what it used to be. Sidekick was literally a young ward who you literally had to hold their hand and train them. They were a trainee. You had to hold their hand and walk them through the process, train them on everything. And a lot of these characters that we're talking about didn't have that. Now, Dick Grayson did. I don't know. He said Baron Zemo, Red Skull, Crossbones, Flag Smasher, John Walker, leader, Madam Hydra, blah, 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 blah. Should have all gone up against Sam. Yeah, but the problem with that list that you gave, that's a great list. Nothing wrong with you giving it, is that all those people were Captain America villains that Sam inherited, and Miles is doing the same thing. Now there are evolved. The thing with Miles is that they out the gate they evolved him into be something else. Sam didn't start off as a legacy character. Miles did, but they've kind of made. But let me go back though. Even not Black Panther, but Spider-Man's villains get their own series. It depends on who the main villains. I mean, who the main character is. Batman, Joker's got his own series. Penguin's got his own TV series now. Batman arguably has the best rogue gallery. A lot of these black superheroes do not have a good rogues gallery. The Storm run right now that's going on, I think it's a solid run. They should beat their record. The Storm record is 11 or 12 issues, which is pathetic. It should be more than that, considering the fans will try to fight you if you don't say she's the greatest mutant of all time. But it should be that run should go 25 issues minimum. And she needs to have at least 5 people that they find to be a rogues gallery. And it can't be somebody that we've seen before. And that's one of the weaknesses. That's one of the things that set Black Panther aside, because he has his own original rogue gallery of villains. Now, some of them are just really just Wakanda based, and some of them are worldly problems. Killmonger, it depends on what version you're talking about. But he primarily just hates T'Challa. But Storm doesn't really have rogue gallery of villains. She's got what's the dude from Africa, the Shadow King?
Shadow King. I mean, they're all X-Men villains. She doesn't really. None of the X-Men characters have their own rogues gallery, to be fair, either. Maybe Wolverine.
Wolverine does. Cyclops does not. Colossus does not.
Nah. Yeah. Wolverine's the exception.
And then we have a random note. Blade's not American. He was born and grew up in England.
Well, yeah, Wesley Snipes retconned that to a certain extent. Yeah.
Blade is Wesley Snipes now. There ain't no more Blade. It's just all Wesley Snipes.
It's Wesley. There's only going to be one Blade.
Even though we did have the other dude had the TV show Blade.
The Sticky Fingers? No one remembers that on Spike TV, man.
They don't want to talk about that.
No one wants to talk about that, man.
Storm had beef with Callisto. Yeah, but Callisto's dead. Didn't she kill her in the I could be wrong about that.
Callisto. Craven Callisto?
No, Callisto was the Warlocks.
The Warlocks.
Yeah, read X books. I thought she stabbed her and killed her, but maybe she didn't. But yeah, Callisto, I couldn't really see her. See, to be a Rose Gallery villain, you got to be able to come back. I come back and back and back. I think you might have ran into Storm maybe twice.
Yeah, you can't be one and done. That don't count.
That don't count. Mystique had beef with Forge.
They had a good fight, or what? I don't really see that rivalry between Mystique and Storm.
Nah, Mystique can mimic certain things, but she can't mimic no power. So, for the most part, she just gonna try to stab Storm or do something like that.
Yeah,
but
Morlock lady with an eye patch.
All I can tell y'all is, man, y'all keep your boy Anthony Mackie lifted up in prayer, man. Because right now the climate is just horrible. It's horrible for somebody.
They put that Kendrick Lamar music in the trailer too to try to appeal to us. In the second trailer.
Why but you know they have to. You know how many black folks out there bashing this film before it even arrived? They're calling it woke. They're saying that they're using the same taglines.
Yeah. You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. You put the red, white, and blue on, you're a sellout. You don't put it on, no one cares about you. Like you literally
care about you. They care about you, but are you T'Challa? Are you Storm? Are you Blade? And people say, well, y'all keep throwing that up, but Marvel needs to develop these characters. Well, a lot of them they have. Like Falcon's been developed, but the development that they've done is just they've changed his outfits. He's had his powers augmented here and there, but What do you mean? See, somebody right now is like, what do you mean powers? Some people don't even know he had powers. You know, not just talking to Red Wing, he was able to track, like, he was able to see through eyes of every bird. Like, he was able to find missing children because a bird could follow, or the bird was like, oh, I did see Buddy over here in Ohio. He can see through a bird's eyes from almost an unlimited amount. So he can literally find you, because at some point you're gonna drive or walk from a place and a bird is gonna be looking down at you. Boom, it pings back to Falcon. I mean, those things could be developed more. Um, but I think Falcon's been here since '69. I think he's cooked as a character, unfortunately. I don't think what now. If this movie tanks, he could go back to being just Falcon. But after that, they're gonna tell Black Goliath to scoot over. They might kill him off. They might kill him off.
Oh, anything's better than Black Goliath, dude. That guy is a jobber for life, bro. He's one of the worst. Get beat up in his own every cover. He gets beat up.
I hate that for him, man.
Every cover he gets beat up.
But he was designed to be the black version of Ant-Man, Giant Man, or whatever.
Oh yeah,
Designed to stick around and be the flagship character. Luke Cage is falling into that too. But I don't think we got to keep in mind that this is white company. These white guys grew up reading Luke Cage, so they're not going to probably put that. I don't see him being back in the MCU, because if he was, he would have been in phase 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's the point of him showing up in Doomsday? What is he going to do? You know,
you gonna tell Doom you owe me? Was it $250?
You know, they could maybe bring that back, but I'll be stunned, bro. I'll be stunned if they bring Luke Cage.
Isn't Black Goliath still there? He probably is. And if you bring him back, what are you gonna do with him? Get him beat up for another character and then die in another 5 years? What are you gonna do with Black Goliath, man? That dude's cooked. They never brought him back after Civil War. Yeah. I mean, what do they expect is going to happen if they bring Chris Evans back as Captain Hydra versus Sam Wilson Captain America? How do you think the people are going to react to that for Doomsday?
Well, first of all, they're going to be pissed because Anthony Mackie might have just blown his film, so they're mad that Captain America's ruined. And if they bring back Captain Hydra and it's not Doomsday, this movie might not be well received. Because if they keep having, I think Thunderbolts is not going to be high. If Superman's not good either, it's like, they're going to have to call on what they call MCU Jesus to make about 4 or 5, just to brush the bad taste of bad movies out their mouth, man.
Ryan Reynolds is going to get a call. So is Tobey Maguire and Hugh Jackman. They'll get it's getting so bad they have to milk the nostalgia. Wesley Snipes probably get another call as well. They got to milk the nostalgia just to get us excited again. Just to make us feel,
and the old dudes get to say, "Young bucks don't know what the hell y'all do," and that's exactly what they gonna say. If I'm Hugh Jackman and I'm Wesley Snipes sitting drinking in between scenes in the Deadpool Wolverine movie, I'm saying, "Hey Hugh, what you think about the MCU?" And it's fucking crazy, man. You know, he has that Australian. My Australian accent's trash, but you know they talking trash about it. You know they are.
Yeah.
You know they are. That's what they say. Hope, and they probably like, no, this movie's gonna be a smash. And Hugh Jackman said, man, this movie's gonna be a smash because you in it, Blade. And he's like, nah, man, this movie's gonna be a smash because you're in it, man. And Deadpool's probably behind him, saying, hey, I'm standing right here, guys. It's my movie. But yeah, they said they could actually do something with Black Goliath's nephew, but they're not, because those are not. Black characters aren't those black. So he said Black Goliath's nephew, which is now taking up the mantle of Black Goliath. But they're not going to do anything with him, because when you look at the kids that are working at Marvel now, they grew up in a time where their black friends cosplayed and dressed up as white characters. So that's why a lot of this is coming from. The 30 and these young 30-year-olds and 20-year-olds that are some of the biggest influencers, they're looking at what the black cosplayers are doing. Black cosplayers are walking around as Cap, they're walking around as Superman, Batman, they're walking around as Thor, Namor. They're not walking around as,
why does everyone call me John Stewart when I'm Hal Jordan?
What's that? You want?
I'm saying the cosplayers. They're walking around. They call me John Stewart, but I'm
Yeah,
actually Hal Jordan.
I'm actually Hal Jordan. That was probably going on for a long time.
Yeah.
You know, how many black people are cosplaying as Mr. Miracle, Firestorm? That's cosplaying as Lonnie Lincoln, right? Some people don't even know who Lonnie Lincoln is. How many black people are around here cosplaying as the Black Deathlock? Well, they don't know. How are we supposed to know about these characters? Y'all know about everybody else. Y'all know about where everybody else's history and wherever else, but we don't know about our own. So I think they are seeing that, and they are seeing blurred culture. Just look at what they like, which is mostly white and Japanese stuff. They're saying, well, maybe y'all want to be Wonder Man. Maybe y'all want to be Captain America.
Right.
Maybe y'all, because this is like, y'all not running around here talking about black comic
Mhm.
lords, black superheroes forever. Y'all around here talking about
Right.
the white characters. Most of the influencers, that's what they do. So
And
they are
that's the thing too. Why cater to us when you can just do what you normally do and we'll flock to it anyway?
gonna come anyways.
We're gonna come anyway. Why make original black characters or black IP? Why do it when you just put this regular stuff out there? We're gonna flock to it, cosplay it, make skits about it, go on social media, talk about it, uplift it, promote it for free, and become fans of it and rock it at conventions.
We ain't finna boycott it. We dress up as Black Chun-Li.
Spinning
And
bird kick.
yeah. And then we'll get mad when they want to do the same thing in the actual movie. Whoa. We didn't tell y'all we wanted to see that on film. We just like to cosplay that. We just like to support that more than we like to support black independent stuff. You know, so I don't know, man. 2025 gonna be interesting, man. I know people listen to this show like, man, it's a little different show. You y'all do interviews. We're not being negative. We're just sharing the sentiments that we see. You know,
Yeah. I mean, I hope I'm wrong. I don't want any film to fail. Like I don't want it to fail. I'm rooting for. If Wonder
I'm
Man turns out good and it's a hit show, all right, cool.
first of all watching Wonder Man. I actually think Wonder Man is a good character. I don't know what the freak they're doing with this, but Wonder Man is like one of the strongest Marvel characters. Um, Simon Wilson, almost like Sam Wilson. His brain, like I know everything about. Like his brain is supposed to be the brains from Vision. They're not going to do that. He was he was an actor trying to get in. Well, he was a businessman, but he was trying to get into the acting field. I know him and Beast was besties. We're not going to get none of that. Um, I want Thunderbolts to be good because ultimately I want the prices of my Blue Marvel to go up. If the MCU does well, this will go up because people are going to speculate that maybe Blue Marvel will show up. I have zero confidence that Blue Marvel is going to show up in the MCU. Absolute zero.
Bro, I see you, Mario. You said growing up as a comic fan, no one liked black superheroes. Hell, I didn't like them either until I watched John Stewart. I don't know what area you grew up in, man. I'm sorry you went through the 90s. Me, I had the Black Ranger, I had Static, I had Bishop, I had Storm, I had War Machine, I had Jax from Mortal Kombat. I had some folks in the 90s, man, in 2000s. We had what's the movie? Sky High, Disney movie, original movie that had the all black superhero family. You remember that joint? I'm not sure you remember that joint. That was when I was a kid.
Listen,
We had a selection back then.
you were in elementary school in the 90s, right?
Yeah,
I was in middle and high.
middle high. Okay,
Elementary, middle, and high.
you had
But
Panthro and coded. You had coded characters. You had coded characters. You had Hong Kong Fooey.
And
Characters.
here's the thing. Back then, it was cool to say, "Oh yeah, they're black," because you're 8 saying that. But
Yeah.
30, 40 some years old, we got actual real black characters. There's no honorary black. That y'all didn't go through what my ancestors with. You ain't go through what my people currently going through. Look at the news. So ain't nobody you can't fill out an application to become black just because you talk jive or you're the token guy of the group in outer space in another dimension. No, man. If you ain't from this planet, you ain't got you're not black. And
We're not the crows from Dumbo. We're not the crows from Dumbo. We're not the monkeys from the Jungle Book.
Y'all
I
can
want to
go.
be like you. Nope.
Not doing that. Not doing
Nasty
Y'all
work,
can-
Walt. Nasty work.
Y'all can embrace that culture. Black comic lords, we don't embrace that culture. As a matter of fact, Black comic lords was created to get away from that mindset.
Yeah.
That's why we just celebrate Black characters, not coded Black, not honorary Black, not Martian Manhunter turned
Oh no.
into in the movie, he turned into a cartoon, so he's Black. No. No. See, that's the same attitude that we take to people outside of our culture in hip hop, Eminem. Oh, all of a sudden now he can drop the N word. All of a sudden now he can just say whatever he wants to Black women. See, that's that. I don't want to cuss.
Hey, yo, Hirsch, you know green is the original black, right? Turtle power. Piccolo.
Man, Piccolo Black.
Martian Manhunter. Yeah, I'm trolling, man. I'm trolling.
That over here. And guess what? We think those are great characters,
Those
but
are fun characters, yeah.
we know where we come from. We know
where
how
we come
we got
from.
here.
Yeah.
Somebody Japanese drew those. Ain't nobody Japanese drew me. Sorry. I mean, that's another thing too, man. We embrace everything, but we don't embrace our characters. And Marvel got over 400, DC got over 300, Independence got thousands. But I don't know. What's wrong with us, man? What's wrong with us? What is wrong with us?
This nerd space, dude, it's a whole battlefield, man. That glass, they protecting this. They got it on a chokehold, dude. They got it on a chokehold.
Yeah.
They got it on a chokehold. TMNT 2012 is the best.
It's almost 12 o'clock, man.
Oh shoot. I didn't even know, man.
Man. We go I got some music. No, I turned my Bluetooth off. But man, we go actually do I got a little chord, man.
What you got, man?
I don't know, man. I might not
man, I see you upgrade, man, with the mic. You know what I mean? You got the soundboard.
Man. Let's what's a good song that's out right now? See, I know somebody's saying, why would you play music on YouTube? You know you'll get copyright. But hey, I know how to finesse YouTube. I know how to cut some of the instrumentals off and play them.
Like that sampling back in the day.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna play something though. Oh yeah. Something chill. Remember this? I might have got hit right there. I might have got hit right there.
Hey man, you ain't trying to get no strikes, man.
Anyways, man, appreciate y'all for listening to this craziness. It's been a long day. But hey, y'all keep y'all boy Anthony Mackie lifted up in prayer, please, because we don't know what's gonna happen. I think it'll be all right. Yeah. Somebody just need to throw out a distraction. They'll do an announcement, which they should be doing. They should have 2 or 3 announcements ready to go tomorrow. Yeah. I don't know what to tell y'all, man.
I don't know. That's a wrap.
Buy some comics, read some comics, man. We out.
Peace.
Peace.